including our unwilling guests. Sorry, Mark. Bridget, muck in as required.
Rock and roll.
Right. Let's talk to the duty room.
I suppose we go along with this.
Yes, but if it is a real emergency, then we can't be stuck here.
Patching her through now.
There's been an explosion in Parliament Square.
Do we know what kind of explosion?
Not yet. But I'm the duty room officer in charge of security, and the drill is to seal all the floors in Thames House. In case.
In case of what?
Well, if it had been a nuclear device, we wouldn't be here, but it could be a dirty bomb with radioactive material blown out over the city. People will get radiation poisoning in range of a mile, and then for years cancers, deformed children.
And we're to believe that this has gone off in Parliament Square, half a mile away?
Oh yes, latest intelligence is that there are at least 10 dirty bombs under construction somewhere in London. It was in my briefing 2 weeks ago.
Dot, what are the emergency services doing?
I don't know. There's a lot of confusion here. Oh, God.
What?
C-section of the registry. I can't lock them down.
Why not?
The system's not working.
Sins of maintenance. Why is it that nothing in this country works?
I can't get a signal.
The damper cage must have gone down.
What does that mean?
That means our phones and mobiles won't work. We're totally cut off.
But I've got to get through to the hospital. My daughter's...
Dot, what about the other floors? Immigration, section A and D.
I'm sorry. The locking switches won't work.
Are you saying that the grid and the control room are the only areas locked down?
At the moment.
It's on Radio 4.
Okay, put it on the speakers now. Dot, you must lock down the whole of the building.
We know more as this incident unfolds. To repeat, a bomb has exploded in Parliament Square. Reports are sketchy, but police are asking traffic to avoid Parliament Square, the area around the House of Commons and Westminster Abbey, and the Embankment. We have our reporter Ed Hadley on the scene in central London. Ed, what can you tell us?
I'm standing near the Cenotaph. Police are asking drivers to evacuate the area, and that's happening. People are abandoning their cars and running past me up Whitehall.
And this is because?
Well, at this kind of incident, there is the ever-present fear of another explosion.
Explosion of what, stupid?
It's a Downing Street scrambler.
Zoe, keep monitoring the radios. Mary, stay with Dot.
Is this 5?
Yeah, who's this?
Paul Dunbarton, I'm the Downing Street MX. Who am I speaking to?
Tom Quinn, MX at Thames House. Where are you?
Defending 10.
That's the Cabinet Office bunker.
Tom, you need to know the Prime Minister and the Cabinet are on their way to Turnstile.
Downing Street's been evacuated.
It's the new post-9/11 procedure. Helicopters landed on horse guards. The PM and members of the Cabinet who were in number 10 should be at Turnstile in 50 minutes. We need to know what this is and who's behind it. Have you any intel on this?
Could be one of 10 or more groups. We'll get back to you. What about the royal family?
They're at Sandown Races. They're being lifted by helicopter to Windsor Castle, the new nuclear bunker there.
Keep this line open. Sam.
Yeah?
In the contingencies filing cabinet, there are copies of something called the London Emergency Services Liaison Major Incident Procedure Manual. Can you distribute copies, please?
Right. What's Turnstile?
Oh, let's all slide along the learning curve.
Turnstile is an alternative seat of government. It's under the Cotswold Hills in between Bath and Corsham. In an attack on the country, the cabinet and 250 officials and scientists would be moved there.
Would you two go?
Only the Director General's name's on the list. The rest of us will have to make do.
What if the rest of us die and they've got no country to run?
I don't know. Running a country with no people sounds like a politician's dream.
Danny, get the big map set up. Zoe, something else I want you to do. Keep a log of events and our responses, right?
If I must.
Colin, break out the EPCUs.
The EP, Emergency Protective Clothing Units.
In the lockers at the back of the forgery suite.
Oh, sorry.
Get in your protective gear, Sam.
It's on loose and it's small.
Put it on. You too, Zoe.
These suits are totally inadequate.
These suits are, of course, totally inadequate. They seem to be low-level anti-radiation, with iodine filters in the masks for dust. If there were a chemical, let alone biological threat, they'd be completely useless. I mean, we should have integrally sealed barrier suits with breathing apparatus.
Malcolm.
Sorry. If we're going to take this seriously.
All right, forget it. Take him off. Take him off. Danny, come in.
Is your boss on top of this, technically?
Absolutely.
Radio 4's just gone off air.
Submarine warning.
What do you say, Ruth?
It's the thing GCHQ set up for nuclear submarines at sea. If the country's under serious threat of attack, the Today programme will go off air.
I don't think it's that.
Tom, the woman in the duty room.
She's pulling the comm circuits.
Doc, listen to me.
Everything goes through that room. She could cut us off completely.
Don't worry, I'm sorting it out.
Dot, what is happening on the other floor, section C? Now listen, we need to be connected to the Metropolitan Police Central Control Room. Can you put us through, please?
No.
Dot? Dot, I'm losing you. Dot?
Don't do that!
Dot, don't touch anything. We have to keep the channels open. Do not touch anything. Stop!
I don't want to, but... what if this isn't a drill?
The telly.
Something's happened.
What's happening out there? What's doing this?
It's got to be technical.
I'll check the circuit breakers.
I'll give you a hand.
What the hell is going on?
I've got it. I've got it now. Yeah.
Anything? Tom, we've got something!
Is it on the cable link?
Somehow, yes.
Right, everyone in here. Get Harry for me, will you? Can we talk to him? Can we talk to him?
I don't know if he's got a mic in his suit.
Where do you think he is?
It looks like a vehicle.
How do we communicate with him? Looks like a sort of van.
Could be a mobile incident control room.
Yeah. Zoe, what do we know about that?
Well, it's always sent to the site of a major incident. There's a small lab for on-site analysis, radios, something called computer-aided dispatch.
That's how they're reaching us, via satellite into the government cable network.
P.
Parliament Square.
VX. Not the gas.
Dear God.
Lost it.
Get it back!
VX. Sorry.
It's all right, Ruth.
Silly me. It's just...
Sam, you've been working with Ruth on this.